Hey everyone, be sure to watch this video all the way to the end, and thank you guys for watching.
Aquaman movie review.
What's going on? It's McKeon here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Aquaman. Now, I know I said I'd be doing this review like 2-3 days ago. I'm so sorry, I've been really sick, so this review is coming a little bit late. As you can tell, I'm not necessarily in my normal room. I'm kind of at a motel right now. It's my form of a vacation, I guess. You know, type of vacation I'm allowed to get. Anyways, what I can say for Aquaman is I actually had a really good time with this movie. I went into it hearing that it was pretty good, but I didn't really expect it to be as good as it turned out to be. It's definitely a James Wan film. If you've seen Furious 7, then you know what I'm talking about. That color palette he usually has on his cameras is in this movie. When I first saw the trailer for this film, I was a little worried as far as the CGI. The CGI in the trailer doesn't look good. The underwater stuff didn't look good. All of that is much better in the movie, I promise. James Wan did really good this movie. There were a few problems I had with it, but really it is just a good time. It's a pure action flick. Don't go into it thinking like Man of Steel or The Dark Knight type of deep story. I mean, it's an adventure Aquaman superhero movie. Starring Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and I thought he killed as Aquaman. I mean, that guy is ripped. He is full on ripped. He killed it as Aquaman. I love it. When they first casted him in Justice League as Aquaman, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a good idea. They've made Aquaman cool, and that was pretty hard. So I'm glad James Wan was able to pull that off. Another actress in this is another actress. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so tired. Another actor in this is Amber Heard playing Hera. Mara? I'm sorry. Anyways, she is really good in this movie. If it wasn't for the wig stands out so bad, guys. I mean, it really does. Underwater, not quite as bad, but it still does stand out when she's out of water. She does do things in this movie to make her character relevant. I wish I would have seen a little more of her, a little bit more feisty, more of what I know of that character. In many ways, she's more powerful than Aquaman in the sense that she can like waterbend, like Avatar style, only a little more violent. But I mean, I was kind of looking forward to seeing that side. But I get what they're going for. This is just a setup for the rest of Aquaman movies if they do sequels for Aquaman. I liked it. You can definitely tell this is not in the same tone as the rest of the DCEU movies, such as Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. Justice League is its own thing. I don't even know what that was. It is completely on its own palette. But this movie is definitely the first movie that I've noticed is where they decided to change direction as far as where they wanted to go and the tone of the movies. This is where I first started noticing that is in Aquaman, and I really had a good time with this movie, guys. Another actor in this that really did good with it is Patrick Wilson, I believe, from The Conjuring. I'll put pictures up here, by the way, guys. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Some of the names might be wrong. I apologize. I'll put letters in the bottom to spell the real name. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope the line's okay, by the way. Anyways, him as Ocean Master, or Orm, I thought was really good. When I first heard he was casted as Orm, I was actually a little bit worried. But he actually did pretty good for the part he was supposed to play. And really, I wish this movie would have gotten more attention than it had. It really is kind of... I've heard that it was basically DC's version of Black Panther. Now, while I don't completely agree with that, I see what people are trying to say. Whereas this is a two brothers fighting for the throne kind of movie, but Black Panther sets place very much in Wakanda. And Aquaman is much more of an adventure film. They go different places, different things happen. There were times, I mean, a lot of the movie feels like, you know, oh, hey, we got this. Okay, now we have to go there. Oh, we got that, so now we have to go here. Oh, this clue said that we have to go back there, so now we have to do this so we can do that. I mean, a lot of it was that. It's a real adventure movie, but they did good pulling it off. Black Manta's in this movie. Kind of. But when he is on screen, I ain't gonna lie, I was just fanboying out. I never thought I'd get to see Black Manta in a movie ever, and it is so cool to see him on screen. I wish they would have done a little more with him. I think it was a little more of a setup for his character, but I'm not positive on that. I don't know if they're doing sequels. So far, the DCEU is so scattered that I don't exactly know what's coming, except for, I don't know what's after Shazam except for Birds of Prey. And that's not even coming out until next year. So, another theme I liked in this movie was Willem Dafoe. Although we don't get to see him as much in this movie, I'm hoping we will sooner, or like maybe in an origin story, seeing him growing up. Which, by the way, I'll get to that in a minute. We get to see a little bit of Arthur Curry growing up. But Willem Dafoe, for the part he was supposed to play, I felt like he was a little underutilized. But when he is on screen, he does good playing the part that he plays. Now, as for the flashback scenes as showing Arthur Curry being trained by Willem Dafoe's part, I felt those scenes were, they didn't quite fit. They were kind of just thrown in. I don't think they were necessarily needed for the movie. And if they were going to do it, they should just did it at the beginning, played it out, and then let the actual movie start. As for the actors in those scenes, they did okay, not too bad. The CGI in this movie looks really good, guys. I mean, it looks phenomenal. There is one CGI thing in this movie I didn't like. It's a character theme to make him look younger, and it just doesn't work. You guys remember that humanoid theme from Alien Resurrection? Yeah. It was about that cringy. But I love the actor who played the part, and he did good in the role. Another actress in this movie that I love seeing her in this, name is spacing my mind. I should have researched for starting this video. Anyways, her name will be down here in a picture up here. She plays Aquaman's mom, Atlanta, and she really killed it for the scenes that she was in this movie, guys. I cannot believe they got her to do this. Such a big actress. She's a legend, and she did really good in this movie. Aquaman is a good time, guys, without a doubt. You guys should definitely check it out. The CGI looks really good. James Wan really didn't want to make necessarily a serious superhero origin story so much as just a good time at the movies. That's what this movie is. It's an action-packed, good time, and that's all we need right now while they're still trying to figure out what the DCEU will be or become.
By the way, guys, I give Aquaman a wicked.
Be sure to check out my last video. I'm so happy that I'm back YouTubing after my 3 or 4 day disappearance. I'm so sorry, guys. There is one topic I would like to talk about, though, guys, before I end this video. There is a YouTuber online that did a reaction to the Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. He did a reaction to it, to the trailer, and he's been getting a lot of hate online, and it's sad to see that. I always thought as a Star Wars community we were a little bit above that, but I'm going to put a link down below to a YouTuber called the StarWarsTheory. He describes it way better than I did, but it's not easy, guys. I wasn't exactly liked in high school. I loved Star Wars. Star Wars was everything to me. I remember the very first time that my dad bought me the original trilogy. He grabbed it was VHS back then. I'm old, don't say anything. He grabbed the VHS 3-pack, and he looked back at me and goes, "Oh, you're going to love this." So, sorry, guys, the camera keeps sliding. And ever since then, I have been a Star Wars fanboy, and it became my life. I mean, it's for some people, this is their only outlet. This is their only sense of escape from reality. And let's face it, reality is not always awesome. But just be nice to each other, guys. Be sure to check out that video. Shout out to my YouTube friend, the Big Rob Theory. Check out his video on the review of Wonder Woman. He did really good. Basically, my thoughts on it. I love the movie just as much as what it sounds like he did. Check out his video. Thank you guys for watching. This is McKeon Mole signing out. I love you guys. Thanks. Let's get to 60 subscribers.